helpful.
It is, always.
Yeah. So here's a look at the forecast on our throwback iPod Nano. iPod Nano.
Did you have a pink one?
I did.
I had a green one.
I had.
Long live the iPod Nano.
Yeah, it's still living right here on the weather forecast. If you had a Nano, this is my memory. You would buy a new song and you would just put that song on repeat over and over and over and over again because you just bought a new song and you're so excited. Well, our forecast is on repeat. Hot, humid, and breezy. That's just going to be playing over and over again pretty much all of summer, but especially this week. We've got average temperatures. Mike mentioned this, 93 degrees all week long. Average high, 93 degrees. So we'll see those temperatures hanging out in the 70s for lows, a little bit above average. But why is that? Well, high pressure it's kind of our friend right now, to be honest, because we're not directly under it. The heat warnings right now are across the Midwest. They're going to be up into the Northeast. They're going to be the ones dealing with the heat. This high pressure is also taking that Saharan dust up into the Northeast as well. So we're starting to wave goodbye to our Saharan dust. We're not dealing with the most extreme heat, but the position of this high is helping our humidity go back up a bit. We're in the sweaty level, so 75 is our dew point, but at least you're not at 80, so we'll take it, right? Now, there is some weaknesses. When you're on the edge of the high, you can get a pop-up shower or storm. We've seen some of those closer to Matagorda Bay. Additionally, the high is going to spread across the United States and then kind of break apart. There's going to be a weakness. So as we head into the 4th of July weekend, there is a chance we see a little bit of a pop-up shower as we're in the weakness between those two areas of high pressure, but right now it doesn't look like anything crazy in the forecast. In fact, for the next 7 days, you see the rainfall forecast Wednesday through Sunday pretty slim to none. However, with those weaknesses, we could get a couple of pop-up storms that do dump a lot of rainfall, but they don't look like they're going to necessarily be moving or producing widespread rain across the region. But there is a chance you get a pop-up storm that could give your house an inch, but your friend's house across town may see nothing. As far as the watershed goes, that's right here. Not expecting much rain there, even though we did have a surplus of rainfall through April, May, and June. So for Corpus Christi specifically, check out these numbers. These are your wettest April, May's, and June's on record. Now, this isn't a time frame we typically keep records of because it's in the middle of spring and summer, but it was the 5th of those 3 months, 5th most rain we've ever seen throughout April, May, and June. So that's pretty impressive there. Overall, the last 90 days, we saw 4 to 8 times our normal amount of rainfall in Corpus Christi, 2 to 4 times the normal amount, even into the watershed, which has been really helpful for our lake levels, which Lake Corpus Christi is up 26% over the last 90 days, adding 66,000 acre feet. We've added 5,000 acre feet to Choke Canyon, not doing as well. And Lake Texana, we're up to 47.7%, higher than we were this same time 3 months ago, adding 75 acre feet. So overall, Lake Corpus Christi and Lake Texana adding roughly 10,000 acre feet difference, but Choke Canyon is still struggling to really start to add up, unfortunately. Now, the combined number across all 3 of our lakes, 48 billion, let me step off, 48 billion gallons of water added or over where we were this same time 3 months ago. But we don't have a lot of rain in our forecast to keep adding right now. So as I mentioned, we do have a chance for a spotty shower, possibly Wednesday morning. As you're heading into the afternoon, 3 p.m., spotty shower possible if anyone's headed to the beach, especially. We're talking 91 near Corpus Christi, 93 Alice, 95 Falfurrias. As we get into Thursday, pretty much a rinse and repeat. A pop-up shower is possible, but we're not really expecting it. For your Wednesday, lots of sunshine in store into the afternoon, but we do start off cloudy with that pop-up shower possible. 90s back on the board, or average high 93. Now, the National Hurricane Center is no longer tracking tropical activity off the East Coast. A lot of dry air mixing in there, and it's just not going to develop. So we're not worried about any activity. We are still tracking Saharan dust, but look at this. The Gulf is looking a lot cleaner. So over the next several days, we're going to start to say goodbye to the dust. Now, it kind of blends in on our gray map, but there's some dust that's riding around the edge of the high that's starting to leave Texas. So you may have noticed it looking a little less dusty as we headed into this evening. We're going to just see a small hint of haze Wednesday. It does go back up Thursday, and then we see it falling again into the weekend. So that's great for the 4th of July. It doesn't look too dusty. It doesn't look too hot. It doesn't look too rainy. It's a pretty, it doesn't look too windy either. We're talking normal winds, gusts max 20-25 miles per hour. So should be pretty nice weekend.
The Goldilocks forecast. Everything is just right.
And it's on a Saturday.
And it's Saturday.
How perfect is that?
It really is. Carly, thank you so much.